Alright, today on Full Metal American, I'm going to show you guys how to antique and age brass. Now there's a couple of reasons you might want to do this. Some people like the aesthetic of nice, clean brass like this, where it's very shiny, very metallic, or even like this, where it's about as bright as it can get. But some people like the aesthetic of older, aged, and antique brass. And this is a rifle I recently built from a kit, and I'm just showing you a demonstration of what I use to age the brass on it, because I wanted it to look very antique like this, or like this, because originally this was about this bright before I did the kit. This is a good way to quickly age your brass, and it's extremely safe and doesn't use any harsh chemicals. Alright, well, to complete this task, you really don't need a whole lot, and it's extremely cheap to do. All you really need is vinegar of some kind. I like using balsamic. I find that it works the best. Sea salt, or any salt really, will work. And you don't need too much. Really, all you need is about a spoonful, which is what I've got down in this glass. And then you just pour a little bit of vinegar in there, probably about, I don't know, a shot glass worth. Now it doesn't take too much. Now what you need, and what I like to use, is a coffee can, because you need something that can be sealed. You know, to keep outside air out. Basically, you're trapping the gases that the salt and the vinegar will create. Now, so you want to stir it up, shake it up, get the salt to dissolve in there. And you stick that in your coffee cup or coffee bin or any sort of solid container that's airtight. Stir it around some more. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can drop it straight in the can, but if you get vinegar on it, you can get some discoloration, and I'm going to show an example of that by throwing some of this brass in the bottom and letting the vinegar get on it, because vinegar can clean brass too, or metals. So what I like to do to avoid that is I put a container inside of a container. So anything I want to have not get damaged or get discolored, because you can get a weird pinkish tone from it, which some people like. So I'm going to throw this brass in here as an example so you can get an idea of what that looks like. And just set it in here. We'll leave one brass in here as well. And that just goes right down inside. And we'll take one and we'll stick it in the bottom here and let some of the vinegar get on it. And all you do is you shut it and you wait. Now this will take a while. The longer you have it in there, the greater the effect will be. So I would recommend you leave it in there for probably at least 2 to 3 hours to get the minimal effect, and you can repeat as necessary. So I'm going to leave it in here for probably about 4 hours or so, maybe a little more, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'll probably give you an update at around 2. We'll probably go all the way up to 6, and I'll show you what the progression of it is. Alright, so here we are at 2 hours. Take a look at what we're working with here. And as you can see, it started to dull up. It's got a little bit of green residue on it. This one not so much, but except that's pure brass. It's kind of hard to tell here, but it's already starting to green up and to tarnish. Particularly the buckle. But it takes a while. 2 hours really isn't long enough. And then our one we've got sitting down in here has really started to get ate up, but as you can see, it's starting to get that pink layer on it. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, the quickest way is to throw a little bit of the vinegar on it. But we're going to stick it back in here and we'll see where it's at in a few more hours. Alright, so since we began this project, it's been about 7 hours. So we checked it at 2, and now we're at 7, which is pretty much my maximum for where I like it to be. And as you can see, I've got some serious aging and corrosion going on here. So pull it out. Oh man, take a look at that. Look at that greening. And all of this will wipe off really easy. So you can pretty much just take a paper towel, a little bit of water, and just rub on it, and the green will come off, and you get this really nice aged bronze patina. Here you can see. I mean, some people like that green oxidized kind of color on their brass too, but it looks pretty good. It came out pretty well. Even this piece, which was struggling, finally came around. And so if you wipe it off, you get that nice dull kind of antique-y looking brass patina. Now, go over here, we got our nasty one that's sitting down in the goo. But like I said, you get weird effects when it gets the goo on it. Look at that. It actually is pitted a little bit. That's how harsh it was on it. You get kind of a pink layer and some different discolorations. But all it is salt and vinegar. And you can get some really good, interesting effects on bronze. So anything brass, this is the way to age it and make it look a little older. And so, if you want to rinse it off, it's pretty simple. You just run it under some water, and you'll see the green come right off. And you just pat it down or wipe it down with a paper towel, and it gives it this nice antique-y looking kind of patina where all of the shine is kind of taken out of it, and it just ages it, gives it kind of that nice, I guess what you would call a relic look. Kind of has a really nice aesthetic. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to making more videos for you guys. I decided at the end of this video to add a brief message. It's been a long year with COVID and everything going on, so it's been hard for me to put videos out, but I really am going to try hard to put new videos out for you guys. Thank you.